gentlemen, I told you I was gonna do more than one a week, and here we go. Video number 2 for this week. I told you I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the illustrious Big Ben, and we are back with another episode of Sports Talk with Big Ben. And we talking NBA this time. We talking about them Rockets. We talking about them Lakers. No, we not, cause neither team is doing anything this year. And when I say anything, I mean they're looking pretty pedestrian, pretty bad, and that's something I didn't expect to say about the Lakers when they picked up Russell Westbrook at the beginning of the year. I haven't even talked to y'all since the season started. I've been gone. We've talked about that on the last video, but when this season came to fruition, I thought maybe this would be like, hey, LeBron coming back, LeBron versus Giannis. Got a bad man over there in Russ, because Russ is never really hurt. So if the inevitable Anthony Davis getting hurt thing would happen, then Russ would be there. And then LeBron would have somebody to share the duties. But that didn't happen. We got something I didn't expect. The Russell Westbrook era has begun. And firstly, name calling in basketball is a part of basketball. So the fact that Russell's being so sensitive about this situation, it really perplexes me, because you grew up playing basketball, my boy. This can't be the first time someone's called you Westbrick. You've been heckled or anything like that. So the fact that he's being so sensitive about it, I'm actually taken back by it. I wasn't expecting it. I thought Russell, was a little thicker of skin. But I won't dwell on that. It's not my place to talk about. I'm just a guy on YouTube talking that ism. But on to my team, the Rockets. What are you guys doing? And I tell you, being a Rockets fan is so akin to being a Cowboys fan right now. You got so much hope, but it's like you can't allow yourself to say, hey, we're gonna do something this year, because they're going to let you down. And I'm one of the few Cowboy fans that's like so realistic when it comes to saying things like that, because I've been here this whole time. I know what to expect, So as a Rockets fan, it's been about the same amount of time since they've last won the big one. So when you get a team that shows so much promise, and they're not even to the point where they can finish a game when they have a massive lead, is it Silas's fault? Because the players seem to be playing hard for him. When I talk about the Rockets, I'm talking about them sticking tough with your Phoenixes, which is the number one team in the West. Golden State, the Jazz. They're playing those teams very tough to the wire. The Bucks. They just can't seem to put that last couple of minutes together to take home the W. And I'm talking about this has been happening all season. So me and a friend of mine, my boy Hawk, that I work with, we had a discussion. We were like, hey, are the Rockets tanking on purpose? And he got me to thinking, that makes sense because of the way that they're losing. But I'm looking at the draft class. What do they hope to gain? Of course, they're going to gain a high draft pick. But will it be worth it? Will it be worth throwing your whole season away when you have a team that could have at least made a playoff run, in my opinion, because they have some very solid pieces. You got your Green, you got your KPJ, which I don't know if a lot of people are as high on him as I am, but yeah, I've got a real attachment to some of these guys. Jayshawn Tate, I like Wood, you know, and Sanquin, you growing on me, my boy. You playing very well, and I just want to see if them losing this way leads to them getting a very high draft pick that is worth throwing a season away. And I want to see if the owner sticks with Silas, because if he does, it's actually going to kind of affirm to me that this was a plan from the get-go. Because usually, us people, we don't usually get chances like this when it comes to the coaching. If you lose too much as a coach of descent, then you're usually out of the door. And I've done it again. I've gotten into a rant about my Rockets, and I think I'll just cut this video off, and this will be about just the Rockets, because I had so much to say about the Rockets that it took a whole 6-7 minute video to digest what is going on with my team. Also, Steph Curry, he's hurt a ligament in that left foot. The Warriors were doing so well, and I just hate to see it. Every time the Warriors are doing well, the Warriors end up hitting a roadblock as far as injuries to one of their major pieces. So I want to say here and now, I think that window's closed for those guys. Also, speaking of windows closing, the Lakers, I think LeBron's Laker little dynasty he had in mind, that window's closed, because we're starting to see some of these other teams start to take over the NBA. And you got your Phoenixes, you got your Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, you got the Jazz. They're staying in the top. They're gonna be there in the end, So whether your taste is, your Laker or your Hawks, they're not even in the top 8 of any conference. Not to say they won't be there in the end. It's still a little basketball left to play. But as I see it right now, the Heat are number 1, Phoenix is number 1. But I've got, for my prediction, I've got the 76ers going up against Phoenix. Tell me how wrong I am in the comments, and then I'll say that, and then I'll cut this video off because I've gone on a serious basketball rant. You know how excited I get about basketball. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this off. This has been a basketball rant by your boy Big Ben. Sports Talk with Big Ben. I've been your host. Hit me up on those socials. Hit me up on them comments. And I'll see you next time. Next video on Sports Talk with Big Ben. Thanks for watching.